Hello everyone, and welcome back to Phasmophobia. It's actually been a little bit since we've played this. I'm very surprised that people have been giving me a break. But, not anymore. Okay. So, there's going to be an update at some point. Like, the new update is going to erase all progress thus far. And, hi, audio. Yeah, the new update is going to erase all progress. Everyone's going to start back at 0, and then there's going to be, like, a lot of new systems implemented. Also, I had the creepiest thing happen to me as I was starting the episode. So, I have this, like, fake, like, you know one of the, like, the hollow books that you can store things in? I have one of those next to my computer, and as soon as I booted up Phas, I look over and it, like, starts rocking, like if somebody had touched the top of the spine, pulled it back a little bit, and then just, like, let it go, it, like, rocked back and forth, and I didn't touch anything near that book, and I was, like, staring at it going, what just happened? This is one of the things in the long line of weird things that keep happening to me. So, I'm already starting off the episode sufficiently nervous. Sorry, I need chapstick. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, that's nice. That's real nice. So, we are... Just add all that. I'm mad because I have a lot of money, and so when the new update comes out, I'm gonna have nothing. Because pretty much the new update is also going to change these things, because each item is going to have 3 different tiers. So, like, you can see... I'm trying to... Okay, so the cross. So it'll start off with, like, a wooden cross that I'm assuming will only have, like, 1 use. And then there's the standard cross, which has, I think, 3. And then there's this silver cross that's going to probably have more. Those things, like the smudge sticks, you'll have this, and then I don't know how we intend on using that, but I'm assuming it's going to last a lot longer. There's candles versus something's going to be in the middle versus lanterns. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so each one's going to have different tiers. So hence they're, starting us at the very beginning. And then I did see actual footage. There's going to be like a DOTS flashlight that's going to have very limited range. There's the standard DOTS projector, and then there's going to be this big one that actually, like, scans the room. And I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of money. But this kind of makes me feel a little better, because I've been playing this game for so long with the exact same equipment that and if you're like me and you play like a chicken, you don't die. So you rarely spend money. So I have so much money stored up that I'm not doing anything with. But, like, look at this. There's matches, there's the regular lighter, and there's Zippos. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm curious how this one's going to work. Like, I wonder what the lowest one's going to be. And I like how they didn't actually include all 3 for everything. Like, there's salt, there's like a salt cellar, like a little thing to hold your salt. And then that looks like holy water. What? Actually, no, it's gritty. I don't know. It's got a pentagram on it, so it's definitely not holy. I don't know what it's going to be. Like black salt, maybe? Who knows? A Polaroid camera versus the regular camera, and then whatever's better than that. I am excited, yet anxious for the new update. It's going to be very upsetting to start from the very beginning. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's like a spiral notebook, the regular notebook, and oh geez, that looks like a grimoire. But it's gonna be exciting. And I hope that everyone else is getting excited for it too. I wonder I'm gonna be really sad if the holiday trophy doesn't transfer over, because I worked so hard for that stupid trophy. Like, my husband, Lord bless him, he did the challenge with me. And it took us like 3.5 hours to finish that one. So, I hope that they'll... I don't know, I'm gonna be royally peeved. And then for everybody who got the Easter one was supposedly like really, really difficult. So, with all that, with all the talk of the new update... Ooh, look at the moon. Okay, let's get into it. What map do we want to see? I'm kind of feeling like a Bleasdale? I don't know, I don't want to start off with like a small house. Also, if any of my friends want to join, I can do a multiplayer. So, for any of my friends who want to join. You know, I always go with the Grafton because it doesn't have the attic, but let's go with the Bleasdale. Intermediate, ready. I hate the attic because the attic ghosts are the biggest pains in the butt.
There's been no reports of violence or sightings, but please remain careful.
Hello, Eris. Yeah, JD. You can thank JD for this. I hate it. Repel the ghost with the smudge stick while it's chasing somebody. Get average sanity below 25. Witness ghost event. The ghost event's not bad, but the other two probably aren't going to happen. Corey Mills. Okay, grab. Where's the breaker? Oh no. Of course, the breaker has to be upstairs. Gosh dang it. Oh, and it's foggy. I hate the fog. It's super creepy. Ugh, it's creeptastic. Oh, holy crap. That... It didn't render the house properly, and that scared me. Okay. Although once we get back outside, I like to have my headphones turned up when I'm playing this. Just because it's easier to... Oh, I knew it! I knew somebody was going to do that. I was like, as soon as I reach for my headphones, somebody's going to do a jump scare. And sure enough... Okay. Oh. I heard... Oh, holy crap. I don't know why it scares me worse that the house doesn't render properly. I heard something. It sounded like a little, clink on glass. It's just... It's unexpected that I go into a room and all of a sudden something's, jumping at me just because the texture's not rendered. I was like, ah! Huh. Oh, that's lovely. Maybe I'm just crazy. I swear I heard something. Also, the layout of this house is way more complicated than Grafton. I haven't been paying attention too much for the bone. Oops. Okay. Are we just gonna end up with another one where the ghost is just pretty much not here for a while? Okay, well, we went through the entire house. And didn't find a gosh darn thing. How nice. My sanity's probably already eaten up too. Because I was in there for a long time. 88, that's actually not bad. Straight up no activity. Okay, got a 5. Odd when I'm not in the house. Hello, Pockery. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Done gave yourself away. So, that would be an EMF 5. Holy crap, it's having a shindig in the house. I was mad. But why is it doing it now that I've left the house? What the heck? Oh, it's not happy. Shnikes. Okay, we'll just... we're going back in! What did I eat? Oh, yeah, I had macaroni, peas, and tuna. And then I made some boiled eggs because somebody mentioned boiled eggs and it sounded really good, and then I didn't end up eating them because I was full. So they're in my fridge right now. And then I had some pistachio ice cream as a snack. I used to get so much crap for that when I was younger because it's, you know, we used to call it poor food. Like, nobody even liked the thought of it. They're just like, that sounds gross. I'm like, it's actually very tasty. So we have a bathroom ghost. Okay. Ditch that stuff. Very interesting that it didn't do anything when we were down there. It looks like it might, crap, I should have checked. It looks like it had touched the door since I had last been there. Yeah, that's what it was like when I was a kid. Mac and cheese was like $1 a box. Peas were like 50 cents, and the tuna was like, I think between like 35 cents a can, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, that's, it was considered the poor food. It's really good, though. I already picked that up. Well, you know what? We're gonna stick that back in there. And it's one of those things, like, even as an adult, like, I still eat it. Every now and then I'll have ramen, just because it's, like, a nostalgia thing. Because, I mean, let's face it. Ramen's not good by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm talking like cheap, like the, back in my day, the 25-cent packs of Maruchan. What is, okay, they're throwing cans. That did not come, hello there. Whoa, buddy. Yet no fingerprints. How strange. Go. So that came from the kitchen, though. Are we gonna have an in-betweener? Oh, I hate those ones. I hate the ones that go in between the two different rooms. I swear if it does that. I had one room, or one house, where I think I ended up dying because of that, because it was going back and forth between the two different ones. This is very true. Like, necessity is the mother of all genius, and a lot of good foods that are, you know, cheaper, taste really good, because when you only have so much, you tend to make good use of it. Okay, so we know it's touched the door, and it touched the door like twice, back to back. Hello, JD. Another thing that my mom used to make pretty cheap, and it was still a little expensive because it had pepperoni, but she used to get the loaves of French bread from the store because they're like $1. Seriously, like, if you ever go to the store, check out the price on French bread. It's like super cheap. But she'd get a loaf of French bread, and then she'd cut it in half, put the pizza sauce, some cheese, and then whatever toppings we wanted, which was usually just pepperoni. And that will feed like a whole family for like $6. So yeah, that's just so good though. I made some the other day. Okay, now that we're oh. What did that get us? That got us a 2. Whole whopping 2. Also, I'm getting the worst feeling that this ghost is actually in between these 2 rooms. Oh, it was the jail! I did a jail, or the prison, sorry. That can is now in the bathroom. I did a prison one, and I couldn't find the ghost at all, and it was going back and forth between the bottom of the cell block and, like, the security office. That's a thing, Eris. With ketchup? That's the only I'm like, with ketchup? I can maybe understand if it was with a different kind of sauce. Okay, yes, JD, you live in Bougie Town. I try not to eat out or anything like that. I try. It doesn't mean I necessarily, achieve that, but I try to be good. Oh my gosh, JD. JD, play nice with the other kids in the comment section. Okay. Yeah, that can's all the way in here now. Oh, holy crap. Okay, we're only getting a 2. Get it. Still no fingerprints. That is an odd one, and I'm... No. Okay, so it's in... No, it's in here. Definitely not freezing temps. Interesting. This ghost is not giving it up. This last week, I've been pretty bad about going out to eat, but it's usually only for dinner. I was really good, and I only ate leftovers and stuff for lunch. I didn't order out. And breakfast, I always eat at home. I eat cereal, and I have eaten cereal every day for breakfast for the probably last, 8 years. What is this ghost's deal? And of course I had to put the notebook right behind the toilet so I can't see it. Like, legit, it's right behind the toilet bowl. I mean, given the fact that I don't, actually really make money on these things, I mean, definitely yes. I just don't know exactly what that would entail. I've never done one before, but like I said, I don't really like make money off of these, so I don't really think about stuff like that. I want to get a second camera in there. But I also want a crucifix because this thing could go crazy at any time. I'm kind of thinking shade. Because it's not doing diddly. Why does this always happen when I'm not in here? Oh. Well, that's nice. Where are you?
I'm behind you.
Well, that's an answer. Well, yeah. Excuse me. Okay, well, you like the door. Did I just hear a pop? Did it blow the breaker? If that's on... No. Breaker's good. I need a camera. See, and that's pretty cool. I don't have any, like, merch or anything like that. I think maybe once I hit 100 followers, which we're at, what, 75 right now? Once we hit 100 followers and I do my rebrand, I think I might want to start looking into merch. But until then, it's not really feasible. Okay, we have Spirit Box and Ghostwriting. We cannot confirm. We have not confirmed that it is EMF 5. I have seen it go above on this thingy, but it has yet to be completely confirmed. Okay, we got that. I think I have all the equipment in there. I want to get a second camera just in case. See, look, it just spiked to a 7. I swear. And the rebrand has been such a difficult thing to even think about because I want to rebrand quite badly, but it's going to be difficult because I'm very, very, very picky. And I don't have the artistic ability to kind of bring my own vision to life. Okay, so we know it. I need... Hello, ghost. Corey. I know she would help, but like I said, I'm stupidly specific, and it's gonna be a lot. Like, there's a lot that's gonna go into it. Hello, ghost. Where'd you go? Where are you?
I'm close.
How old are you? I'm so sorry for people's eardrums. That scared the crap out of me. I wasn't expecting it. I'm sorry. I'm shaking some better now. Oh, that got me. Okay. Okay. Calm, Rose. Calm. It's okay. I hate it when that happens. That's gonna have to go in my screen, in my... I I like to make clips of all my screams. That's going in the file, because that was... Oh my gosh. You did miss the thing, Alex. I screamed so loud. Oh, I was pissing the ghost off because I wanted it to give me a sign. And I had just got done asking how old it was that he showed up right in front of my face. I think he said old and then showed up right in my face and I screamed so loud. I'm shooketh. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that... Okay, now that, like, everyone's here, I'm going to tell you the creepy thing that happened to me before I started the stream. I don't know how many of you were here to hear it at the beginning, but I have this, like, hollow book, and, I keep it right next to my computer, and I had just booted up Phas, and I look over and the book is rocking back and forth like somebody had touched the top of the spine and pulled it back and let it go. So it was rocking back and forth. And I did not touch anything near that book. And I was like, what just happened? So yeah, I've had creepy things happen IRL, and then I just had that and I screamed my head off. Yeah, so, it's been a time. Also, I am fully ready to say that's a spirit and just leave because Corey scared about 5 years off my life. Alex, there is nothing inside right now. I will take a picture and I will show you what I mean. I will post it on the live stream so that people can see exactly what I mean. Like, look at its location. It's the Dandelion book, by the way. My computer is literally, my setup is literally right off to the left of that. And there's a stack of laptops there, but yeah, no one's in here. It's literally like, that's the corner of my desk, and it's tucked inside that little pocket. I didn't touch it. Okay, yeah, we're gonna say it's a spirit and just have done with it. But yeah, I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then I had that one time a couple months back where I saw my husband standing in the hallway, and he wasn't actually in the hallway. He was sleeping in the bedroom. Oh yeah, my first job that I had at a daycare, oh, there was stuff all the time. There, like, I have so many haunted stories from that place. It's legitimately crazy. There were a couple times I was like questioning my sanity. I was like, did that happen? Like, what's going on? And yeah, no, terrifying things happened. Yeah, I think the creepiest thing is other people would like hear stuff, but I'm the only one who ever had any like physical interactions, and it scared the crap out of me. This one time I was standing outside with the kids at recess, and I felt the sensation of 3 fingers like curling over my shoulder, like somebody was trying to like turn me to talk to me. So I turn around and there's absolutely no one behind me. Like, no adults, because the adults are the only ones tall enough to touch my shoulders, and I'm like, what? And then somebody actually saw something happen to me. Something used to tug on my hair all the time. Just this little, like, pull on, like, a strand of hair. And no one was ever behind me, and it always kind of freaked me out. And then one time I could feel something grab, like, a lock of my hair. I have curly hair, so it's like somebody grabbed, like, a chunk of curl. And I freaked out because I was literally standing, like, against a shelf. And I started moving, and my coworker watched me, and she said that my hair in the back actually started to lift up as I was walking away from it. So I'm like, okay, I've had too many experiences here. So yeah, I am shooketh today. Yeah, and see, like, nothing like that happened in this house until like a couple months ago. And then all of a sudden, like, not bad things, but weird things started to happen. And so now I'm like, not again. I've already lived in one haunted place, and I've worked in 2 haunted places. I was like, I don't need this. I'm like, I don't. And then it's like, I have bad dreams and stuff as it is. I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. See, and I'm kind of the opposite of you then, because like, it's because I've seen creepy thing, and like I just saw something like this like pale line go across my TV. That's like, I can see behind me in the room, and something pale just like went by because I have black bookshelves. No, thank you. I will get more crucifixes. Back off. Sorry, I just yelling at whatever's here. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so we did a Bleasdale. I'm thinking like Ridgeview or Edgefield. I also think we need more maps. And if by the end of this development of this game we don't have a haunted mansion and a haunted hotel, I will sue. Okay, do we want Edgefield or do we want Ridgeview? Also, I will extend the invitation again. If any of my friends want to join me, that's fine. No, I said if by the end of the development of this game there's not a hotel or a haunted mansion, I'm going to rebel, and I'm going to like be so pissed. Sorry, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. But honestly, it wouldn't be that hard. Like, if you can do a prison, a hotel shouldn't be any different. A high school. Like, you would think that they have the technology to make the better maps. Yeah, I'm gonna be so mad. Let's do Ridgeview. Ready up. I'm just like, I'm nervous being in the house by myself now. And I don't like wearing headphones in my house either, because then I can't hear what's going on. Headphones are extremely detrimental to somebody like me, who I depend a lot on my hearing, because I have really good hearing. So, like, when I wear headphones, I feel vulnerable. So now I'm just like, like, okay. Let's see. Luke Doe. Ghost event, candle, photo. No, I don't want to see another ghost. I don't wanna. I don't want to see another one. That was scary enough. Like, seriously. I'm like, it can't be that bad. Ah, frick. The breaker's in the basement this time. What is attic's basement? Jeez. Okay, haunted theme park? I didn't even think about that. I want to go Scooby-Doo on that. Like, heck yeah. Put this in writing. We need this. We need this. Like, they really should be able to make more maps. I feel like I understand trying to reinvigorate the, they're putting a prestige system in. I can understand that and why some people might want that, but like, come on. They're missing the mark on the maps. That's a lot of M's, but like, there's so much more they could do maps-wise. Stop giving us more ghost types. Nobody needs that. There's already too many to handle right now. Like, quit with the ghost types. Give us more maps. I feel like that's what people... I'm people. It's what I want. I want more maps, because this game... Hey, look, Voodoo Doll. This game gets really boring. And it's like, oh yeah, there's jump scares and stuff, but like, all the maps are the same. You end up forming a path going through them. Even if the ghost types are different, you're still after a ghost that wants to, make you pass tense. Alex, I do see... Here, I want to step outside real quick. Okay. Ugh. Oh my gosh, that's creepy. That is creepy. I've had similar things where I've heard things, and then hello ghost? Huh. Well, that's good as that's about as good as a jumping off point as I'm gonna get. At the daycare, we used to have to go next door to get ice and stuff for, like, water, and I drink a lot of water. So, I was over getting, like, my third cup of ice for the day, and I heard somebody behind me, like, I was walking through the doors back to the daycare, and I could hear someone across the entryway in the cafe, and I heard, Rose! And I was like, I thought it was like one of my coworkers, like, trying to tell me to wait for them. So I turn around, and there's, like, absolutely nobody there. And I heard it completely crystal clear. I was like, wait, what? And I kept looking over my shoulder. I'm like, what? And I went up to the receptionist. I was like, did anybody else leave with me? She's like, no. She's like, we don't even have the coverage for that. I was like, okay, never mind. Yeah, I'm like, not today. Like, yeah, no, no matter how much there's, like, and I'm one of those people. I'm one of those logic is king people, and I'm like, no, like, there's gotta be an explanation. No. Some things there are just no explanation for. Yeah, I've heard my name whispered. I've heard, at the daycare I used to hear kids, like, giggling. Like, I would hear, and it was always, like, the same, like, I got to recognize the voices, but there was, like, this adult male voice that would always call my name, and I kept, the first, like, half dozen times, I thought it was a parent or somebody calling my name, and I'd ask the receptionist, because it was always while I was cleaning, and I'd ask the receptionist, like, hey, is anybody around? And she's like, no, it's just us. I'm like, okay. And then, ghost orbs. Creepiest thing that ever happened. We used to have these dinosaurs, like this big tub of dinosaurs the kids would play with, and as a joke, because I was the closer and I would clean the room, and then the opener would come in. So we had these little dinosaurs, and I would put them up in, like, funny scenes, almost like an Elf on the Shelf sort of situation. But I would do funny little things with them. And one day, I had set them in this shelf, and I had one dinosaur with its arms and legs, like, with his wrists and ankles all tied up, like I was being kidnapped, and then the other one was holding the end of the rope. And so the next day, I asked her, I was like, oh, hey, like, did you find him? And she's like, oh, no, like, the kids came in and we were super busy, and I was like, the heck? The shower just turned on. That's weird. Oh, holy crap. Patience is a virtue. Okay, well, we just got 2 pieces of evidence. But yeah, so I went to go check on them, and the one that had its arms and legs bound, the string had been removed and wrapped all the way around the throat. And I asked her, I was like, did any of the kids play in this center yet? And she's like, no, they've all been sitting here eating breakfast. I was like, oh, okay. I literally, it was wrapped so tight that I had to cut the string off. And after that, no more dinosaurs. Yeah, after that I was like, nope, no thank you. That was the scariest thing that happened. Most of the time the things were like pretty innocent, but that just like, that pushed me over the edge. Just like, nope, not again. Okay, so we have fingerprints, freezing temps. What the heck's the yokai? Oh, there it is. Spirit box. A fae. It hasn't really been like aggressive or anything. Okay, so we already have a UV light in there. Let's get a spirit box. And did it say ghost writing for one of them? I think it did. And then freezing temps. Freezing temps is super easy because you can see it with you can just see it. I mean, Alex, you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not asking you to say it on stream. I promise. Oh, that. Oh, well, at least you know it was a prank. Hey, look! Fingerprints! Well, that was easy. You've told me a couple stories, JD. I think you've heard quite a few of the ones from the daycare. Although one did happen at my current job, and I was by myself over on the record side, and like the office behind me was completely dark, and just out of nowhere I hear psst, and I like look over my shoulder, I'm like, what? I was like, did someone, like, was someone trying to get my attention? No, nothing of the sort. Yeah, and then, of course, there's, okay. My neighbors probably think I'm getting murdered. Tell Scully he can go F himself. My heart cannot take this much more. That's twice! That is twice in one episode! Oh, I am so lightheaded right now, it's not even funny. Like, honestly. Ay, ay, ay. Thanks for that, Disnerd. I just screamed. You missed it. Oh my gosh. There was two of them. Why is there a light on upstairs? That's not okay. This is not okay. None of this is okay. I only get them when I don't want them, and when I need to get a picture of the ghost, I can't ever get one. ghost event. Of course, we got a ghost event. I am shaking so bad right now. Somebody go back and clip the other one for me too. There was 2 of them. There was another one. On the stairs too. Mother fluffer. How rude. That was... And of course, I make the worst freaking photographer when I'm scared, so instead of taking a picture of the ghost, I start spinning around like a maniac because my arm jerked. Ugh. Babysitting was okay. The littlest one just wanted snuggles. I was half expecting her to cry when she saw me because I haven't seen her in a while, but no. Oh no, I went to go wake her up, and I was like, come here, and she immediately got this big old dopey grin on her face, and she just had me pick her up, and I was like, okay, and we snuggled and watched Peppa Pig. And then about an hour later, the other one woke up, and I asked him, I was like, what do you want for breakfast? He runs to the fridge, throws the door open, and points, and I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, eh! I was like, eggs? Yeah! You want eggs for breakfast? Yeah! Dad says you eat cereal. No! Like, okay. Kid wants eggs for breakfast. And so, I look at him, and keep in mind, he is not vocal for his age. Like, he's not very verbal. So, I look at him, and I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, how do mommy and daddy make eggs? Because I'm like, I looked and I couldn't find any pots and pans. And I was like, how do mommy and daddy make the eggs? And he goes, in there. And he points to the oven. Not to the stove, to the oven. I'm like, what is this kid talking about? What is this kid smoking? Oh yeah, I forgot it was Dots. I was like, what is this child smoking? I'm like, okay, like, I've heard the internet hack of baking eggs and making, like, boiled egg, like, a hard-boiled egg, but in the oven. I'm like, do I have time to sit here and preheat the oven to make an egg for this child? And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, it like, couldn't hurt. So I look and I open the oven. The pans are in the oven. This child is trying to tell me where the pans were. So I started laughing. I'm like, smart child. And then I sat there and I made him a couple eggs and I put him in a little bowl. And I was like, do you want to eat at the table? And he goes, no. I was like, okay, go sit on the sofa. Go watch Peppa Pig. So he was sitting there eating his bowl of eggs. Watching Peppa Pig, and she was sitting in my lap, eating a bowl of Fruit Loops. So yeah, I'm like, he was trying to tell me where the pots and pans were, and I'm like, okay. It's a good thing I didn't preheat the oven before I checked inside, but yeah, no, he was just showing me. It was the cutest thing. But yeah, I was like, okay. Okay, we got that. I mean, I could go look for the bone, but, like, I don't want to. Because I'm scared. Yeah. And it's really funny, because he is not verbal for his age. Like, he really should be speaking more, and, like, his parents know and everything, but... So I was trying to figure out, like, what he was talking about, and it was funny. Oh, this kid is all sass, too. He is a sass pants. After he finished his eggs, he went into the dining room, and he was pointing to the little thing that they have in the middle of their table, and he was like, ah! I was like, do you want a banana? I was like, there's bananas in there, and he goes, ah! I'm like, okay, no banana. I was like, what do you want? I was like, what? I'm like, there's bananas up there. And he goes, the most dramatic sigh. he stands on a dining room chair and picks up a bag from the top of the little caddy thing, and it's a bag of cotton candy. And I was like, sir, you just had breakfast. You do not need cotton candy. So he sets the bag down, he gets off the chair, and goes and walks away. I was like, you can't have cotton candy right after you just had your eggs. I don't think it's weird at all. I hope to become a parent really, really soon, too. I mean, that's just... My husband would tell you the same thing. Like, I don't think it's weird for men to express that they want to be fathers. Any more than it is... I've been saying that I want to be a mother from the time I was, like, 4 years old. Like, when kids were sitting there swinging around baby dolls, using them to beat each other with, I was, like, swaddling mine and carrying mine around. Like, I have been saying I want to be a mother since I was a small child. I don't think it's weird at all for men to say that. Especially not having worked in a daycare. Like, some of the guys were better parents than the moms. And it's just a thing. Some people have parental instincts, some don't. Some don't want kids until they end up in a situation where they're going to have a kid. Yeah, I don't think that's weird at all. But I am going to leave this house, however, because I found the bone. I got a picture of the voodoo doll. Yeah, we're leaving, because I'm not touching that voodoo doll. There are some things, like, I don't understand why people get the way they do. Because I was also really, really angry about the stereotype of, like, men in a daycare setting. Because anytime we would get, like, new hires or something, or, like, people would apply, as soon as a man applied, people were just like, oh, he's never gonna get it. I was like, they literally hardly asked me any questions when I got hired. It was pretty much, you have a good background, you can pass a background check, and you say you like kids, like, you're hired. But as soon as a man, who, even if he was, like, going to school for something like that, people would be like, oh, like, get weirded out. I was like, men can be childcare providers, too. There's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, at the college in town, there was a male teacher. The kids loved him, adored him. And I was like, see? And oftentimes, kids actually do better with at least one male teacher, because, like, with all women, they never respected our authority, truly. But then when the guys from administration came around, all of a sudden it was like, oh my gosh, like, they're here, and the kids would, like, whip into shape, like, super fast. Yeah, JD, bless your heart, you don't. And that's totally fine. Yeah, and see, I think that no matter what, like, I don't understand, and, like, women can look at a family and be like, oh, your kids are so beautiful, and, you know, they're like, oh, thank you. A dude can say the same thing, and all of a sudden it's creepy. It doesn't make any sense. Men feel the drive to have children just as much as women do, and it's not a creepy thing. This got me heated. At least it got me away from thinking about the fact that 2 ghosts have now jumped in front of my face, quite literally, and made me scream. Yeah, and see, it's like, people have teachers that they've greatly admired and looked up to. You know, people... This is the thing. I'm going to end up jumping on this soapbox and not getting down. So, just saying, perfectly natural. Perfectly okay. And actually, it warms my heart. To see men who show enthusiasm and desire to actually have children and to be good fathers, to me, that warms my heart. Anywho, we're going for a third map, and if this ghost jumps out and scares me, I'm taking this game off the list for a while, because my heart cannot handle this. It's going to explode. Okay, one more map. What are we going to do? What am I going to do? Am I going to survive this? I kind of just want to do, like, a tiny... That was so dumb! I was like, why? I was just going up the stairs! I wasn't expecting it to be on the stairs! That ghost was a wanderer. Because it was in the bathroom, but then it turned on that bedroom light, and it knocked down the painting in the hallway. Apparently, ask JD. I am good at summoning bad things. If I ever decide to stream Red Dead Redemption 2 online, oh my gosh, I am a bear magnet. I do not have that game. Yes, JD, bears. I summon bears. Bears and wolves and mountain lions, apparently. And it's funny, you know, sitting there riding our horses out past Blackwater, telling JD, huh, that's kind of weird. I normally run into bears over here. All of a sudden, there's a bear coming at us. And we're sitting there screaming, riding our horses, hell-bent for leather, just trying to get out of there. And I'm like, okay, I spoke too soon. Seriously, it is my curse. I've perfected it telling this story over the years. And it's funny, because JD hates my super hearing in the game, because we'll be sitting there playing, and I'm like, oh, by the way, there's a bear about, like, 50 feet that way. She's like, what are you talking about? No, there's not. All of a sudden, bear. Or, hey, JD, you might want to watch out. There's a mountain lion somewhere around here. No, there's not. Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't Disnerd. Your husband approved, though. He texted me and told me how amazing my recommendation was. By the way, I'm not gatekeeping for everybody. The recommendation that I made was adding garlic aioli to your Subway sandwich. And apparently Disney's husband really, really liked it. Okay, I'm going to go with the Willow Street. And if I get another jump scare out of this, I'm giving up and having a heart attack. Knock on wood, I die. This is gonna be fun. Stephen Winter. You don't say. Okay, I don't want to get chased by the ghost. Okay, so, nope, that's a bad one too. Those bottom ones probably aren't gonna happen. Escape the ghost during a hunt. I can cleanse with a smudge stick. My skills with the smudge stick have been getting better and better each round. And by that, I mean I have about a 50% success rate still. You know, I didn't, like, I didn't like the thought of a garlic aioli, and then I put it on my sandwich, and all of a sudden it was, like, the best thing that ever happened. Ew! Alex! That's gross. Don't make her puke! Don't make her puke, she's pregnant. That's not nice. She got a sensitive stomach. Gosh, the other day, I don't know what it was, but, like, my husband's cologne, it smells really good, but when it's concentrated, I wake up in the morning, because he sprays it on right before he comes to wake me up, and just the smell of it, I was like, oh my gosh. I could not handle it. It was way too... That concerned me for a second. But yeah, it was way too strong, and I, like, almost gagged. I was like, you can't be doing that to me so early in the morning. It's like, my nose is sensitive when I wake up. Please don't be a basement ghost. Okay. Is there a clock around here, or... I swear I heard something upstairs. No. Oh, this is where we got that jump scare the last... Hey, look, pelvis. These hips don't lie. But this is the house that we got the jump scare the last time with. Because I remember I ran downstairs and hyperventilated. Oh, holy crap. Well, that was pleasant. Yeah, I almost passed out on live stream. Like, straight up, almost completely passed out. And yes, there were freezing temps. But yeah, what was happening? I think it was the basement door. I think I went to go open the basement door and all of a sudden it showed up like right behind me and I screamed so loud and started hyperventilating and I ran downstairs, took a picture of the bone and had to like hide in that room for a second because I almost passed out. Like my head started like getting that lightheaded feeling. It was bad. This house and I don't like each other. Yeah, it was great. Okay, my sanity is still doing fine. I have a long history of screaming in this game, and it hurting me. Why you gotta do your ghosty thing when I'm not even in here? That's just a 2. Why? Okay, freezing temps are still in that room. So I'm going to take that as a sign that it's actually in the bathroom. Yeah, I have a lot of screams. There was a good one in Subnautica when a Leviathan grabbed my sea moth. There's a lot from this one. Prognostic had some really good screams. Gonna say. I think that's the first time I really like screamed in a game. I feel like my commentary after was pretty funny. But yeah, I clipped those and put them on YouTube. Oh, we got some ghost orbs. Now, can I get the trifecta and can I get dots? Can we make it happen? No, I get a door close. Fine, be that way. So, we at least have 2 pieces. We have freezing temps and ghost orbs. Oh, look! A revenant! Ah, shnikes. Okay, there's 5 possibilities. Stupid mimic. Ghost orbs! Freezing temps! Yay! Gotta be stupidly careful now. We already have that. Got that. Is Spirit Box even one that I'm supposed to be looking out for? Revenant, Yuri, Hauntu. Revenant. Okay, Yuri. Hauntu. Okay, I don't even need to be looking for Spirit Box. Be gone with you! It was only, like I said, it was only because the Leviathan straight up grabbed the front of my sea moth and it scared the crap out of me. I had a crab squid grab me too. Yeah, that one, it got me. I know, Eris, and it's been a long time since I've played that game. I know that you don't like the ocean. Hey, whoa. Whoa there. What was that? None of these said EMF 5. Revenant. Hantu. Yuri. Onryo. No, 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 no. Why you do these things? Well, that cake don't bake. What are we doing here? Why are you in the kitchen? Okay, that's a 3. Whoa, buddy. Why are you in the kitchen? Did it move? You know, Eris, I feel like I understand that, because if I see like heights or something, or if I'm watching a movie or something and somebody jumps off of something, like I get like a clenching in my stomach, and it scares the crap out of me. Okay, I saw the orbs. We got freezing temps. So what in the Sam Hill is happening? My husband's home. I get to tell him about the creepy thing that happened to me. I can hear his Jeep from like forever away. No? Freezing temps? Where are you?
I'm behind you.
Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, well that means... Evidence? Spirit box. No! No, it's not fair! Why? Why do we do these things to me? Because technically speaking, it still could be a mimic if I could give it to give me fingerprints. Alright, I'm gonna go smudge it. I'm gonna go do a smudge. Then we're gonna go. Honestly, the new ghosts, I don't really even notice their behaviors. They're not like... To me, they aren't like the OG ghosts. Because the OG ghosts, I know their behavior. These guys, I don't really know. I just find them annoying because if you get a Hantu, Obake, or Onryo, it could also be a mimic. Now the question is, did it work? It worked! We're part of the upper 50%. Okay, Jinns used to be terrifying. Jinns used to be the terror of this game. Hello, ghost. Okay, well, there is a crucifix in here, which makes me feel better. Okay, the old Revenants were a death sentence. Like, if you had a Revenant and you weren't stupidly careful, why are you touching things other places? But yeah, if you had a Revenant and you didn't keep your sanity like super high, you were dead. Because if it chased you, you had... I think an orb just went through me. But yeah, you were... if you weren't on top of your sanity, that was it. It was over. Okay, Oh, you little jerk face. You blew the breaker. The old Revenant days, you lived in terror. The mares, oh my gosh. Like, if you had a mare, you were in for, like, legit screaming. Okay, well, that didn't work. Like, I think it's safe to say... Yeah, we're just gonna go with the, Onryo and just say that's what it is. Ah, French toast! The bone is downstairs. Ay. It's one thing if I haven't seen the bone. It is quite another if I know where the bone is and willfully ignoring it. We're going back. Okay, the poltergeists were so much fun because you could literally tell. You're like, oh, it's a poltergeist because it's throwing things left, right, and sideways. Like, those were the good old days. Okay, why do we keep throwing things? Okay, literally touched the door in front of me and no fingerprints. Oh, jeez. I feel like the old ghost behavior was so much better. Like, back when things were legitimately terrifying. Now it's just, it's just scares and stuff, but, like, there were times when we would get a ghost type and literally my blood would just run cold. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it's a revenant. The demons, oh my gosh. Demons were the scariest thing because literally as soon as you came in, they were like, they wanted to murder you. They were like all over you. Why, JD? Why you gotta be like that? Okay, but I think I'm leaving it there because honestly, I don't want another jump scare in my face. Did I mark it? Okay, I did. Yeah, the OG demons were just absolute insanity. And it was funny because the demons and the djinns would have very similar reactions. They would immediately start doing ghost events. They would be throwing things. If you tell me how to do it, I will, because I don't know how to do it. But I'd be willing to go back to the olden days. So it wasn't on Rio. Yeah, so here, let me go to the ghost list. Okay. OG spirits. Spirits were kind of like the jack of all trades, at least for me. This is my personal experience. There were times that I'd get them confused with poltergeists because they were throwing things like crazy. Sometimes they'd be a little more aggressive, so you'd be like, oh, like, what, what's going on? The Wraith, I didn't actually get Wraith that often, but the Wraiths were interesting because I feel like they were sort of like a shade, and then they'd amp up, and then they'd kind of like slow down again. But when they amped up, like, man. Phantoms were really cool because they had this thing, I don't know if it's still a thing, but if you took a picture of a phantom, it would, if it was manifested, you could get it to disappear. Like, that's how you could tell, like, oh my gosh, it's a phantom. Take a picture and it disappears. That was really fun. Banshees were relentless. As soon as a banshee picked a target, like, you were the end-all be-all. Like, you were the target. And Lord help you if there was a hunt, because, oh my gosh. They would chase you down relentlessly. It was terrifying. And then be like, oh, I wonder what it is. And then, the horrifying thing, once they pick a new target, all of a sudden, like, that was your worst nightmare now. Poltergeists, so much fun. So much fun. I miss the OG Poltergeists because they threw things a lot. Like, it was pretty easy to spot the poltergeist because there would be pictures, coffee cups, everything that it could throw was thrown around. Doors slam, light switches toggled, like, it was great, and it was hilarious just to see all the things, like, flying around. The Banshee, we just talked about, the Djinns, my babies, I loved the Djinns. Those big Ginny feelings, you'd walk in and immediately lights flickering on and off, radios going on and off, the phone's buzzing. Like, they were angry. As soon as you went into their room, they were throwing the biggest temper tantrums. They'd break the breaker pretty fast. Like, honestly, there were times I'm like, is that a demon? And it would just be a really, really, really territorial Djinn. The mares loved to break the breakers, and, like, they literally are the thing of nightmares. Sinister, lurking in the dark, jump scares like you wouldn't believe. The worse your sanity is, the more things they do to you. Like, ugh. Revenant, track star athlete. As soon as you get one, if your sanity's too low, you're dead. You can't escape one. They run, like, 1,000,000 times faster than you. If you got a Revenant, you knew, you're like, either I keep my sanity super high or I am dead. That was it. Like, if you... The worst possible combination in OG Phas. Revenant and high school. If you go to Revenant and the long corridors of a high school, you are dead. There's no running. You can't outrun this thing. And it would be so funny, because you're like, I'm dead. I'm dead. There's a Revenant, and I'm in the middle of a hallway. We're dead. You're just a sitting duck. Let's see. The Shade. We're like, is the house even haunted? Is there even anything happening? What's going on? There were a couple times, and this is why, my husband, his combo was always the thermometer, a camera, and the flashlight, because the only way to frickin' find the Shade was using the thermometer, because they hid so well. They still kind of do that. I have, Alex, and I died. although, I'm so mad that I didn't catch it on stream. It was me, Hubs, Audio, and possibly Disnerd playing at the high school, and I looped a ghost in the gym. I was running in circles the entire time it was hunting, just around and around and around, and they were watching me on the cameras in the gym. And I was just, like, running for my life and making these big wide circles. I was like, no! And it was, like, right on my heels trying to eat me. And it was hilarious. And I'm so mad I don't have that on stream. Demons. Demons were death. That is it. If we thought Revenants were bad, no, demons. Because as soon as you came into the house, the demon was going to try to kill you. It would do... Because the demons have always had a higher threshold for sanity drop, so as soon as your sanity was dropped, because I think originally it was 40 for all ghosts, and then I think demon was like 60, but the threshold was higher for the demon to hunt, so you'd go in and immediately it would be throwing things, ghost events, trying to drain your sanity to get you to that threshold, and then would attack you and kill you. All the time. That, like, it was relentless, just throwing ghost event after ghost event, hissing, manifesting, just to get your sanity low enough, and then it would kill you. And it was so hard to keep your sanity up, because it was just this murder monster. The Yuri, I don't remember the Yuri actually being in the original Ghost lineup, which is weird. But I really don't remember the Yuri being in there. So, that one I can't attest to because I don't remember it. The Oni. The Oni, bless its evil little heart. The Oni was the demon on steroids. It was like the demon and the poltergeist had a kid that they screwed up with a really bad divorce when it was a kid, and now it's just out for revenge on everyone. That was the Oni. And then it's funny because you either had that or an Oni that was like stupidly chill. They were meant to be like super aggressive. They actually used to be described as the cousin of the demon. But their thing, see, and they've changed it, because the Oni's thing used to be that it could throw things much faster. So if you got a lot of things that were thrown, but you noticed that it was like whizzing past your head like a bullet, then you're like, oh, it's an Oni, and it's throwing things at me. Yeah, the Onis threw things like stupid fast. And apparently they've changed it. Which really sucks, because that was great. Like, so fast. It might still be a thing, but it's definitely not in its description. But yeah, like the OG ghosts were the best. So scary and just like, just absolutely terrifying. Yeah, seriously. Demon on steroids or super shy spirit. Just like no in between. And see, the funny thing is when I looped it in the gym, I didn't have a smudge stick. I just had stupidly good luck that one time. But I think I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me scream. I will be back on Wednesday with another episode of my Discord Members' Choice. But until then, I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their evening. And I hope to see you all then. Bye!